Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCAX Extra. This is our live desk streaming show. We have Cam Smith with us today talking about ice jams. And yesterday, Cam, you were down in the Montpelier area, and they have some efforts in place to kind of figure out these with the Winooski River. So with that, flooding obviously a big concern there. What does those things do to, or what those efforts look like, to kind of get that under control?
First off, the officials yesterday had said that this time of year, especially when you go from a cold snap during the Christmas week to a warm-up, the ice that forms on the river wants to break up and it wants to start moving again because it starts to melt. So when that happens, there are specific points along the Winooski, especially the Bailey Ave Bridge, which is where we saw that jam yesterday, of the big chunks of ice trying to move downstream and getting jammed up on the bridge, nowhere to go, therefore all of the water stopped behind it, and that water level continues to rise. So we saw it actually rise just 2 feet below flood stage yesterday, so the motions were in place very early to get ahead of that. So in 2007, the city of Montpelier got a grant for a flood prevention system. So essentially, they pump water or treated sewer water from the water treatment plant. It's about 42 degrees, they said. They pump it into the river, and that helps to sort of warm up the ice a little bit more, get it to break down, and get the river to flow again, therefore bringing that water level back down.
And is that the effluent that we were talking about package? So it's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys get more of the byproduct. Okay.
Right. Yeah. It's a treated. It's a treated sewer water essentially. That they got the grant for. They have specific points along the Winooski that they can use to pump that. So yesterday they were pumping off the bike path out behind the Department of Labor and the Liquor and Lottery building. Yeah, no, definitely.
Seems like a good grasp on that. And then, you said it was just 2 feet below, the flood stage there. So,
it was just over 9 feet. I don't have the exact number, but flood stage just over 11 feet there. That's with the Winooski gauge. So as soon as they were able to deploy their flood prevention system, we saw within just a couple of hours that water level dropped down to 7 feet. So it brought it down substantially.
Pretty quickly,
And Andy Goodrich, our photographer, and I were actually there. Within about 10 minutes of us being there, we started to see the ice start to shift and then just move, and it was probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I would never think that, obviously the breaking up the ice on the top is really going to plug up the river, really to that degree. So
everything's got to go somewhere, and it's actually funny, we'll see in the story. Funny is the relative term, but the same spot in 1992 on the Bailey Ave Bridge was a major ice jam, and it caused significant flooding in downtown Montpelier right around this time. So think about the July flooding, but make it in the wintertime.
And also it's like more of a live and learn thing, if anything else, because they had that back then, they had measures in place, stuff like that. So, and especially right in time for New Year's too, all good news getting out there. But
they got ahead of it, and they had mentioned that they were going to keep it in place overnight to continue to monitor it, just in case it started to get cold, things started to freeze up again, and we've got 40s on the way today. So just a recipe for ice jams all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll take a look at this now. Cam, thanks so much. And, of course, I'll see you next year.
Yeah, sounds good. Happy New Year, everybody.
Water levels rise near flood stage in Montpelier Monday after temperatures soar and ice jams.
When you get an ice jam flood, the river level comes up very quickly because you're basically restricting the water flow through. So you don't have a lot of time to do preventative measures.
They happen when warm weather follows periods of cold and ice chunks pile up. Officials say this spot at the Bailey Ave Bridge along the Winooski River is prone to ice jams and even caused significant flooding back in 1992. On Monday, the gauge on the Winooski River reached over 9 feet, only 2 feet shy of flood stage.
Luckily, we do have things set up. We have a contractor on standby to bring a long reach excavator out in case we had to kind of push the ice downstream, and we also have our ice melting system.
The city of Montpelier got this flood prevention system back in 2007, which crews say is vital in times like this.
So we use the treated effluent from the wastewater plant. We pump it up along the bike path, and we have discharge points that we use to melt the ice. The effluent is about 42 degrees, So after an hour or two, you can actually, start cutting a channel through the ice, and allows a path for the water flow to get by.
The system uses effluent or treated sewer water, and city officials say it worked as intended. The jam was freed up just after 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. They say ice is free and moving smoothly, but the system will remain in place overnight should ice begin to accumulate again. In Montpelier, Cam Smith, Channel 3 News.
Again, that was our Cam Smith there, talking about the recent ice jam in Montpelier yesterday. Again, some good efforts from the city to get that under control. No flooding there. So all good news, especially heading in to the new year as well. Peter's going to come over in just a sec here. But again, yeah, just all things considered, not a bad situation there. As he gets in here really quick, we'll just take a look and start it out actually. Speaking of ice jams, a look at the Pasumsic. And Peter, we actually had... that wasn't our only one this morning. We had another one this morning.
Yeah.
On the Pasumsic, right?
Yeah, so the Pasumsic right in the area of St. Jay, that usual kind of flood-prone spot, Route 5, right around Hospital Drive,
It kind of dips down.
Yeah, it does dip down. There's snow, rain, and a good amount of it. We start to see some flood issues there.
We had sent Sophia and our photographer Max out there. Was that the same? That wasn't the same.
No, the last time
they
they were in Linden last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but this is right by the I-91 exit there, Hospital Drive, and yeah, that's kind of one of the flood-prone spots area in the Northeast Kingdom. As we mentioned, ice jam along the Pasumsic, and as a result of that, a little bit of water on the roadway there in Route 5. You can see here over the last several hours, as a matter of fact, take a look at the last 12 hours, that really steep climb here along the Pasumsic River. We're going to be monitoring these ice jams here and the potential of them through the rest of the day today before we start to get colder temps heading our way and that ice starts to firm back up once again, especially as we head into the weekend. And also speaking of the weekend, that's also when we'll finally get rid of our next system. More on that in just a minute. For now, here's the view on satellite and radar out there. A few more breaks of sunshine the further south you look, a bit more cloud cover the further north you are. And today, all things considered, looking to be pretty quiet. However, there are changes heading our way. A winter storm watch up, highlighted in that yellow color, really up for much of New York's North Country, with the exception of the St. Lawrence River Valley and the Champlain Valley. The higher elevations of North and Central Vermont also encompassed under that winter storm watch. And really, as you start heading up into the summits, that's where some places could pick up nearly a foot of new snow by the time we're all said and done. But this really going to be a highly elevation-dependent system. More on that in just a minute. Again, through the rest of the day today, looking to be pretty quiet. It's a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Probably more clouds than sunshine at that, though. As we head into the night tonight, right around midnight, as we start to usher in 2025, notice how we start to see a few rain showers off to the south, mountain snow showers. Those gradually spreading off to the north here as we head towards daybreak tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, waking up to a similar situation. Mountain snow showers and valley rain showers before a gradual transition over to all snow here, especially as we head towards Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. Snow continues into your day Thursday, especially in the higher elevations, and it does look like some higher elevation snow could also stick around right into your day on Friday as well. In terms of how much snow we're talking about, again, as I mentioned, the bulk of the snow really going to be highly elevation dependent, of a fairly widespread 1 to 3 inches of new snow. But you head down into the lower elevations, take a look at the Connecticut River Valley off to the south, the broader Champlain Valley, and yeah, it's a trace maybe up to an inch in some locations. Then you head into the higher elevations of the Adirondacks, the higher elevations of the northern Green Mountains, especially at summit level there. They could possibly pick up an additional foot in some places, but at mid-altitude, they'll probably pick up an additional 5 to 10 here by the time we're all said and done as we head towards the day on Friday. In addition to the snow, well, we are definitely getting colder out there. Today, temperatures generally in the low to mid-40s, so that's still above where we should be for this time of year, but falling through the 40s into the 30s, and by the time the weekend rolls around, we're back into the teens and 20s for high temperatures. Right now, most of us heading into your Tuesday morning in the upper 30s and low to mid 40s out there. Temperatures climb another few degrees as we head into the afternoon hours. Mainly cloudy skies overhead, but again, still a chance at a few breaks of sunshine here and there. Tonight, we fall back into the 30s. Again, rain and mountain snow showers gradually begin to make their arrival from south to north here as we head into the night ahead. Your day tomorrow, a gradual transition over to snow showers here for a lot of us, especially through the evening and overnight hours here for your day Wednesday. Temperatures here for your day tomorrow climbing back into the 30s here for most of us. So now look at that 7-day forecast. As I mentioned, some of those snow showers lingering through Thursday, even into part of the day on Friday, especially in the upper elevations. Finally looking drier, quieter as we head into the upcoming weekend. Mainly cloudy here for Saturday and Sunday, but you'll definitely notice that we're cooler again. Temperatures in the teens and lower 20s. Overnight lows, single digits and lower teens out there. So from above normal temperatures, yesterday we had a daytime high of 60 again for the day in Burlington. Good enough to break another record, and back below normal here by the end of the 7-day forecast.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a return to, I guess, somewhat normalcy here. You know what I mean? As far as the skiing and the seasonal activities like that.
Back to a more January pattern you'd expect.
Yeah, absolutely. And Peter, I think I want to touch with this. Are you a fireworks guy? New Year's Eve. I feel like fireworks are. I always attend fireworks to 4th of July.
Yeah. You know, I think I've been to a New Year's Eve fireworks show, but it's been several years because let's just say on this schedule
we're usually here. But it'd be a good way to ring in the new year. This is our last WCAX Extra of 2025 or 2024.
2024.
Yeah. Wow, how far we've come. Anyway. Happy New Year, Peter.
Happy New Year.
All right, Happy New Year, all. Of course, you can see Peter and I in just a couple hours in the noon.
Yep.
Of course, all of our content on WCAX.com and our evening shows as well. If you don't catch us here, we'll see you next year.
See you in 2025.
All right.